Hello, my crafty friends. It's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be working on my December daily today. What I'm going to do in this video is 14, 15, and 16. So we're kind of going back to those days. So I kind of skipped them specifically because I wanted to do a special album just for those days. So me and my sister, my mom, and my niece Kayla all went to Solvang for a girls trip. So I wanted to document that. We just took so many really cute pictures and we just had such a great time that I kind of needed it to be its own album. So I bought this Simple Stories flip book at the expo last year and I was so excited I found red. So I am going to be putting this into the book, but that's going to be in tomorrow's video because tomorrow's video is going to be like finishing touches and then the final flip through. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in and kind of show you what I've done already in the book because I've done a lot of pre-work, done a lot of work in this book already off camera just because it was just too hard. I just needed to get through it. I'm done. I want to be done with this project so bad. So I'm at the point where I'm just like, just get it done. So let me just show you some of the things that I've already done. And then we will, as I go to the pages that I need to do, we'll do those pages together and then we'll keep going. So this is the weekend fun in December. So this is a fun little selfie that we took in front of this Solvang trip, the Solvang sign. I am planning on putting the map over here. So that's going to be something we do in this video together. I am going to be doing a reasons that I love our girl trip. And that's going to be something that we do in this album or this book together as well. So we went thrifting on the way up there. We went to this little thrift store. So my sister bought us a couple little goodies. So I just documented that there. And then we just did on this day in December 14th. And I just kind of wrote out the itinerary. And then we went to the hotel. We arrived around 4:30. And then we did a little, I have the card for the hotel in here. And then we did this, I did this little, the view, and then we loved this view, but then also the view, we had like this, like if you looked down, there was a bunch of chairs and stuff right here. So I just put bah humbug, I thought it was funny. Me and my sister laughed that we had this beautiful view and then you look down, it's like, oh. And then we did our gift exchange. The first day of our gift exchange was really fun. So I kept everything fairly simple and flat. Like I did hardly put any dimension into this book because I wanted it to be as flat as humanly possible. So because the pictures itself already took up so much space. And then on that same day, we kind of just did some exploring. My sister took this beautiful picture. A lot of these pictures are from my sister, by the way. She's a beautiful, great photographer. So I'll try to clean it up a little bit so maybe the glare isn't so bad. And then this was our dinner that we did. And I just realized that I didn't even write where we went to dinner. So maybe I'll put a little label here. Let's do that right now. Actually, you know what? That's so funny because I literally just put a little label away. And I think I was going to put it here. And I completely forgot. So let me do that. Not that I remember what this restaurant was called. You know what? I can't do that right now because I don't remember what the restaurant was called. I have to find the restaurant. But I'll put that information right there. And yeah, so then we did this little, I just put this little good eats right here. This was so delicious. It was like a chicken, potato, I don't even know. It was so yummy. And then you would think that this was really great too. Like just by the look of it, it looks really yummy, but it was not very yummy at all, unfortunately. So, and then we just took a little mirror selfie. And then this was this next day. So on the 15th day, we explored the town. So I just wrote a little itinerary there as well. We went to the gathering table for breakfast. So I just put a couple little places. This was literally the best hot cocoa I have had in my entire life. It was so good. I can't believe I only got one cup. I definitely should have gotten another cup. And then here was my breakfast. And again, it looks delicious. It was kind of bland and not really very much taste to it. unfortunately, but the hot cocoa made up for that. This page we're actually going to be doing together. So we'll flip back to that one. And then for this one, I just felt like the pictures kind of told the story, so I didn't really need to add a lot of it to it. So I just put celebrating the season. And then this was so excited for this. So we did like a little scavenger hunt. And me and my sister and my niece just had so much fun doing this little scavenger hunt together. So they put on the scavenger hunt. It was the city of Solvang did this. And so I have the little scavenger hunt thing here, so you can pull it out and look at it and look at all the clues and stuff. And then this just slips back in here. And I cut this and made it look like kind of like a tab so you could pull it out. And then I had my sister take me a picture of this, just doing a little candid shot. And then I wrote down all of the different so basically what it was there was like a little gnomes kind of all over the place. I guess there were gnomes. And we went through, and then it has like clues. It has clues on all of the different places to find them. So then I just listed like in order of how we found them. And then I took little pictures of where we found them at, and then I just wrote down where they were. And then when we go to the map, I'm going to figure out a way to kind of like mark those on the map. I think I'm going to try. We'll see if I get that done. And then we went to the Red Viking restaurant. This is a restaurant that is near and dear to my heart because we went here many times in my childhood. And then this is just a little fun thing that me and my sister do on all of our trips is we get little flat pennies. So here's a picture of me doing the little penny thing. And then here's my niece. She's so cute with her just saying, and then they'll saying, it says Christmas is better in Solvang. And then this was like the classic, like Solvang thing with all the blue and the white and the little windmills. And this was this store. So this is the front of the store. And then on day 16, we did another little open. We did another gift exchange, of course. And then I just put together best gift of all and put a little picture of us. And then I actually found, I was like, I really want to add that thing that says Christmas breakfast or breakfast. But I couldn't find, I lost the sticker in all of my mess. But then I found it. So we're going to put breakfast here. So I'll just do this real quick. So breakfast. And then I wanted to do fave because this was delicious. This was a wonderful waffle and waffle and hash browns and bacon. It was really yummy. So I'm just going to write fave here. Okay. So I wanted to add that in there. Okay. So then we went to breakfast and it was at Paula's Pancake House. And then we're going to do this little guy together. So, and then this one, I just kept the words really simple. So I loved that I found the sticker that said, can't wait for you to open, because we were actually waiting for the store to open. We went to breakfast and we were like, okay, is the store open yet? And it opened, I think it opened at 10 and it was like 9 o'clock when we went to breakfast. So finally got to go over here because it was closed. The day that we got there, it had already closed. And then the next day we were too busy and we didn't actually go here. But then we were actually finally able to go here. And I found all of these stickers that are kind of from the same line. I put this one, the best kind of mess. It's a big thrift store or antique shop. And then I just wrote a little out and about. And I put this time to shop. And then I put, and this said me time. And I just changed it to us time. And then I put add to cart here. And then I said holiday happiness together. And then this flips up. And then I have my receipt for what I bought, which was all this stuff right here. So I have my little receipt there. And then here I just put this little thing that said no peeking. And then best Christmas. And then the magic of the holidays found here. Kept that really simple. Okay, so I will definitely add this into that one page, but let's go back to the beginning. And I think what I first want to work on is this. So I have my list here. And what I decided to do is kind of do a little bit of a cute thing for this one. I'm going to use these stickers. So I'm going to put reasons I love, and then I'm going to use this word that I have stuck to my table, unfortunately. And then it's going to say R, and then I'm going to write out girl trip. So I am hoping that I can make these stickers work because they're literally the exact size of this little space. So we're going to try to make them work, and I'm going to do it backwards, which means I have to write it down because that's just the way my brain works. I can't think backwards. Trip. Okay. So we're going to do P first. And I think I have to put it all the way to the edge for it to work. And then I really want these to fit. Okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like it would probably fit. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of a space. Not too much. Ooh, it's going to be close. I think I can make it work. Okay. And then we'll do the reasons I love. Let go of my finger. Perfect. What I basically am going to do, I have these two books right here. I have this book from Tim Holtz, which actually this is not the one. It's the bigger one. This one. I have this book from Tim Holtz, The Big Chat, and then I have this from the Happy Planner. And basically I found like words in each of the different reasons in the sticker books. So I'm going to write that, and then when I get to the word, I'm going to use the sticker instead of writing the word. So I'm going to do that off camera. I feel like I had a plan for this little area right here. And I don't know what that plan was. It would be cute if I added like a little, one of these small talk things, maybe in black. Okay, so I found one. It says, always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. So I don't know if I want it in the middle or on the top? I think I like it more on the top. Yeah, that's cute. All right. That's all I'm going to do for that. So I'm going to work on this off camera. So let me put this aside. I'm going to do that after. Let's bring back the book. Okay, so that is actually going to sit here, right? So kind of the intro to the page. And then let's see, I'm going to do this one now. So this one's going to be a pretty quick one. And what I wanted to do was I'm going to use this little countdown to Christmas, and I'm just going to trim it up just a little bit. Okay, I just wanted to trim some of the green off the border. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, so this is 11 days till Christmas, depending on how you count it, right? So it could be 10 if you don't count the actual day, but this is like 11 days until Christmas. I don't know. I'm going to do 11 because it works better in the design. So I'm going to punch the hole. And then what I'm actually going to do is take this little circle punch that I made or found, and I'm going to, let's just see if I like it. Maybe I should have actually just, you know what, I think I'm actually just going to put it on here. I'm going to change my, I was thinking about putting it behind it, but I don't know if I like it behind it. I think I'm just going to put it on top. Okay. So then we're just going to put this right here. That's why I wanted to cut it a little bit so I could have like the hearts in the background. I'm just going to put this here. And then I'm just going to put these two little hearts over here. Okay. We are in get it done mode. Okay. Oh, I forgot I have to print a picture. Darn it. Okay. So let me, and then I'm going to use these little guys. Clean as I go. Okay. So then, no, this was going to be filled with Christmas spirit because it has the pictures, which they're very good pictures of the pictures, but of the gifts, but that's okay. And then I think I was going to do treasure these moments, and then all I need right now. Yeah, so that's how I was going to do it. All right. Okay. Remember how I was going to do it. And then I'm going to use red line tape. Okay, so that's that. And then I have this one that I was going to do. Now I have to print the picture still, which I had forgotten. I was going to do that before I hit the record button. All right, so for this one, we did, like I said, they did the scavenger hunt, which was so stinking cute. And on this day, which is the last day, we only needed to find 2 more. We needed to find number 10 plus the bonus one, which was 11. We technically didn't have to find the bonus one, but I ended up finding it. So I was pretty excited about that. So I just wrote in here what these 2 pictures were. And I just put a little note of what they were. So that's going to go in here. And this was actually part of another journal card that I cut off. I cut off the part at the top. I think it said like something about collecting or something like that. So I was so glad that I found a way to use the bottom part of it. I don't understand why these pictures are so tight. They're like really in there. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use these little Tim Holtz words. Not that one. This one. And I'm going to put all and then together. And that little label. And that's just a picture of all of the little gnomes that we found around the place. I just made a little collage of them. And then for this one, I was going to put, you know what, let me do that better. I try to rush things, and then I'm like, nope, it's just not good enough. I want it to be all in the same line. Because I want to put it on this picture at the bottom here, but I think I'm going to cut a little bit of it off. Yeah, because I just didn't want it to be I didn't want to cover up the road as much as it was covering up the road. That's better. Found last one. Okay, and then this one, I'm just going to put time to celebrate right here. Because we found them all. And then so we turned it in. We turned in the little pictures. You have to like go to the little visitor center and turn in the pictures. And then you got this cute little souvenir ornament thing. And then I'm going to put a picture. I'll put the picture that I'm going to put right here up in the screen right now. So just imagine this picture being right here. And then I'm going to put this little good times documented, and it says, no journey is too great if you find what you seek. And that's just one of the Tim Holtz words. So that's what I'm going to put on this picture once I print it. So let's see. Now I just have to do that and print that picture. And then this will be done. All right. So let's work on the map, which is going to be an adventure. All right. So I have a plan for the map. You know what? Actually, the map will have the restaurant we went to. So I can fill that little label out. The restaurant we went to was Craft House. Okay, that's what it's called. Yep. There. So let's just put that in there real quick so I don't lose that little. And the reason I took this picture was my sister's old name. Well, and her initials are still AB. And every time I looked at her, there was a sign here that like lined up perfectly where the AB was like in line with her. I just thought that was so cute. I'm like, you're exactly lined up with that little AB right there. And she's like, what are you talking about? And so I took the picture and I'm like, see, every time I look at you, you're like AB, AB. And her last name used to be my last name, which starts with a B. But her middle initial starts with a B. So I just was, that memory makes me laugh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want the map. So I'm going to cut it off. Now, this is our hotel right here. I kind of marked some places that I knew we went. This is our hotel right here. So I want to make sure I keep the hotel. So when I cut it, I'm going to cut it so that it definitely keeps the hotel. Okay, so we are going to, and this scares me because it's the only map I have, but it's going to be fine. And the thing is, like, we didn't go to any of these places. Like, we went all these places. So I don't even feel bad about cutting this. So we're just going to cut this. Oh, that was really hard. Okay, so I still want to keep these, I think, because I need to keep this because I need to find a couple places that I wasn't able to find on the map. Okay, so now what I want to do, I think I'm going to have to cut some of the top off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to refold this. So I think if I cut this part off and I refold it right here, I'm just going to cut this whole part off. And I'm going to fold it here. And then I'm going to fold it here. Now, do I want this inside or do I want this outside? I think I want this inside. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut this part off. Okay, so this is where I want to cut it. So I have to cut the top off. Oh my God, that's so scary. Okay, and then I want this to sit right here. Well, not right here. We're not on this side, but on the other side. So do I want to cover? So now I need to decide, do I want the map to fold outwards? Because I could do it like this. I could put this in. Oh, here we go. I found it. I'm going to put this inside, and then I'm going to fold this outwards like this. Maybe I should put it on the back. The reason that I'm thinking that is because the way that I'm going to put, so I'm thinking maybe I should actually put it on the back now, the more I'm thinking about it. Because the way that I'm going to do this, I'm going to put this in this book. If I can get it in the shot. I'm going to use this piece of paper. And I'm going to put this in the pocket. It's going to be a tight fit. It's going to be a tight fit. And then that way you won't really see the ugly map. You'll just see this cute little thing. And then when you pull out the book, I don't want all that. I don't want all that. So maybe I do want it like this. So you can see that it's a map. Now I wish I did it like this. Oh, these little pieces are getting in my way. Okay, let's do it like that. Yeah, I'm going to put it on the back. Woo, that's, and then that way you could just, whoop, and then you can see the whole thing. Okay, I like it. I like it. Let's do it. That's it. I found it. I found it, people. Okay, so we're just going to glue this one side. Oh, and actually I'm going to make this a pocket. I'm going to make this a pocket. I'm going to put a lot of glue. Because I just figured out another thing I want to do. So I'm going to put this. Oh, does it matter? Yes, it matters. Okay, it's on the right way. And then I could actually cut this and put this on here still. Okay, so now you can pull it out, whoop, and see all this, see the whole map, basically the whole map. And then what I thought that I would do in the pocket is I'm going to cut this part up. Okay, I think I need the dining guide. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to fold this up. And I'm going to put this in the pocket. And then I'm going to mark the things on this. I'm going to mark the things where we went. So I'll be back with this done and that picture printed. Okay. I haven't printed the picture yet. I'm just not in the mood to do that right now. But here is the list. I think it turned out really cute. See, so I did like kicking things off, thrift shopping. I'm going to use the word shopping as a sticker. So I think it looks cute. I like it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.